Hello again, Year 7s. This time we're going to talk about capacity, okay? So this is going on with our measurement topic, and this follows directly on from the volume stuff we've just been working on. Now remember when we did conversions, so, we figured out how many centimetres to a millimetre and all of that type of thing. We're going to do the same thing with capacity. So we've got millilitres, litres, we've got kilolitres, and megalitres, okay? Hopefully that'll fit on the page. All right, so we're going to draw another one of those diagrams like what we're used to drawing, okay? Now this one is really easy. So remember when we did units of measurement, so like what I just said, centimetres to millimetres and then, metres and kilometres, and they were all different. So it was like times 10, times 100, times 1,000. It kept changing. And when we did weight, it was all 1,000. Well, this one's easy as well because it's all 1,000. And we still do the same thing like we did with all the other ones. The divide bit goes up the top and the times one goes down the bottom. Okay? Times and times. All right? So that means there's 1,000 millilitres in a litre, 1,000 litres in a kilolitre, and 1,000 kilolitres in a megalitre. All right? Now, what we need to look at is the conversion between volume and capacity. So how many centimetres cubed, because you know how, so if we had a little cube, once again, I'm not going to be able to draw very neatly on this thing, I'm still figuring that out. Let's see all of these sides are 1, okay? So it's 1 by 1 by 1. So the volume is 1 centimetre cubed. The capacity would be 1 millilitre, okay? So for 1 centimetre, 1 millilitre. If we had another cube, that does not look like a cube. That's not very straight at all. Let's call all these sides 10 this time, okay? So 10 by 10 by 10. The volume would be 10 by 10 by 10, so 10 times 10 is 100, times 10 is 1,000. 1,000 centimetres cubed. The capacity for that is 1 litre. Okay? So these are good and handy things to remember. And if we have an even bigger one, which still looks like a rectangle, why am I doing that? Okay, so let's call this one 100 by 100 by 100. These are all centimetres, by the way. I'm just not writing it. So the volume would be 100 times 100 times 100, which is 1,000,000. So that's pretty big. 1,000,000 centimetres cubed. The capacity for this one would be a kilolitre. Okay, and then you need 1,000 of these to make a megalitre. All right? So we're talking about pretty big stuff. So this is the type of thing we talk about when we're measuring water tanks and swimming pools, those type of things. Or even a milk container. When you buy a litre of milk, if you buy a litre of milk, it must be, well, we don't buy milk in cubes, but it would be the equivalent capacity, okay? So let's talk about an example, all right? Let's go over to the other page and talk about an example so you can see how it looks like. So what I want you to do is find, well, what I'm going to do, find the capacity of this rectangular prism. I'm not going to write that out, but that's what I'm going to do. Find the capacity of this rectangular prism. Okay, so let's draw a bit of a rectangular prism, which is incredibly messy as per usual. Oh gosh. Okay, remember, this is a straight thing. Let's call this 8 centimetres. Let's call this top one 2 centimetres and this one 3 centimetres. So we do the volume the same as always. Height times width times length, okay? So we've got 8 times 2 times 3, right? 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 times 8 is 48. Whoa, why did I write vegan? 48 centimetres cubed. That's the volume. So what we look at is we say over here, if we saw that 1 centimetre cubed is 1 millimetre, there are 48 centimetres, so it must just be 48 millilitres. Easy. All you do is figure out what this is equal to. So if centimetres is equal to millilitres, we've got 48 of them, so it must just be 48 millimetres, and that is our answer, okay? So hopefully not too difficult, this one. It's most important that you get the volume thing right and then just figure out how to convert that to either millilitres, litres, kilolitres, or megalitres. Hopefully that helps.